Hello everyone, I am Phoenix Tremayne, and this is my review of Crazy Rich Asians. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I have lots of new videos coming to you, like a whole lot of new videos coming to you. So I really hope that you hit that bell button to get notified every time I drop a video, and also subscribe so that you can see whether you agree with me or disagree with me. What I got going on. So we're going to talk about Crazy Rich Asians. We'll talk a little bit about the controversy. I'll do a separate video about Aquafina and whether or not she's mocking the black community. But first I'll say Crazy Rich Asians is a good movie. I really recommend it. It's by the numbers, romantic comedy. But I think we really do need to support movies that are different. Just like we all supported Black Panther. Hopefully you supported Black Panther. I think it's important to us as a community of Americans to also support Crazy Rich Asians. It's funny, it's romantic, it's a really good movie. Highly recommend it, especially if you like romantic comedies. Constance Wu, she was one of my favorites in the movie. I love her on Fresh Off the Boat. And she's really good in Fresh Off the Boat. So much so, the show started off being about the kids, but quickly became more about her and her as a mother. So she's got a star that's so bright, it kind of eclipses everybody, and she embodies this character. I loved her character. Rachel Chu. Henry Golding played her love interest, Nick Young. He was okay. But the other person who I really liked in the movie was Gemma Chan, who played Astrid Leong. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. It just kind of just blows you away when you just on the big screen. Just looking at her, it's made me even want to see that show Humans. I've seen it. I never had any interest in watching it, but now I know she's on it. I'm interested. Michelle Yeoh, she did a really, really good job, but Michelle Yeoh always does a good job in everything that she does. And she was also in Joy Luck Club, which I also saw, which was the first all Asian big budget American cast in America, and now all these years later she's in the second one. And as minorities in this country, we should celebrate when an opportunity like Crazy Rich Asians or Black Panther or all of these movies that are coming out that celebrates diversity, because if we don't support them, Hollywood's not going to keep making them, because for years they said, movies that star all minority cast don't make money, but we know they do, and these new wave of films are just proving it left and right. Also, Crazy Rich Asians is a trilogy. So we've only seen the first movie. They've already greenlit the second movie. And basically, like I said, it's a romantic comedy. You've seen it before, but it's just with Asians. And it's by the numbers. So there's nothing about this movie that will shock you. If you saw the trailer, you definitely know what the movie's about. But it's a great date movie. And it's about Rachel Chu. She doesn't realize her boyfriend, Nick Young, comes from a rich and powerful multi-billion-dollar family, and she sort of gets surprised when she goes to Singapore she went with him there for a wedding, and all of a sudden she was hit with all of these crazy rich Asians. And I saw another reviewer say she thought it was going to be crazy Asians that were rich, but no, it's crazy rich, like they got a lot of money and they're Asian. So it's not crazy people, despite Aquafina's character. And Ken Jeong was in this movie too. He's was in the Hangover movies, and he had his TV show Dr. Ken, which I also watched. Nico Santos from Superstore is also in here. So you had a variety of different Asian actors and actresses, and I'm sure there's people in here that maybe an Asian audience may recognize that I wouldn't recognize, because they may not have done a lot of things in American movies or television. Um, but we'll talk about the first controversy about Crazy Rich Asians, and this is an Asian thing. Henry Golding, who plays Nick Young, the love interest, there are a lot of Asians that, according to social media, are very upset that he was chosen to be the love interest because they said he has too many Caucasian features. Now, he just looks Asian to me. So I know there's different types of Asians. I can typically recognize someone who's Korean from somebody who's Japanese or whatever. Just like the type of Asians that I'm used to seeing. You know, I know that there's different types and they have different looks and things like that. But I'm like, he don't look white to me. I don't know why people keep saying he looks white. He looks Asian to me. And I think he might be biracial, but still, you know, Barack Obama's our first black president. You know, technically he's our first biracial president, but hey, yeah, he'll go down in history books as the first black president, just like Crazy Rich Asians cast will go down in history as an all Asian cast. You know, so that's sort of like nitpicking to me as an African American. But if it's important to the Asian community to have that, you know, someone who, in their opinion, looks more Asian, then that's something going on in their community. But, I mean, there were no bad actors. And I also wanted to talk about the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack so much so that I purchased it. So, and there's a song on there. I don't want to get it wrong. So I'm going to pull it up while I continue to talk about the movie. This is a lady. She has a very beautiful voice. And she's the reason why I actually bought the whole soundtrack. She sings "Can't Help Falling in Love with You," and I want to get her name right. It's Kina something. Because like I said, this one song made me buy the whole soundtrack. Kina Grannis, I hope I said her name right. She sings "Can't Help Falling in Love with You." Go on YouTube, see it, watch it. YouTube, there's two versions. The movie version is like 3.5 minutes. The YouTube version, or I guess when she's originally sang it, is like 5 minutes. But there's a scene in the movie where she takes her phone and, you know, she wakes her boo up, Nick Young, with that song "Can't Help Falling in Love with You." And I said, I'm going to do that with my boo too. We've been together for 7 years and counting. And I like doing the romantic stuff. And that really, I can't believe I'm about to cry. I can't cry in this video. but people tell me when I talk about my boo, I always kind of become a different person and light up a little bit. So, so I'm very, it's nice being in a good relationship that makes you happy, especially 7 years later. So it's like we're still in that honeymoon period, even though we're at the 7-year mark. But yeah, "Can't Help Falling in Love with You" is definitely something I'll probably want to play at my wedding. Another thing about the soundtrack is that there's songs like "Material Girl" on the soundtrack, but it's sung in, I don't want to get the language wrong because I know there's Chinese, Japanese, you know, Vietnamese, you know, Korean. So I don't know which part of Asia this person comes from. But, you know, hearing these songs in a different language, it kind of catches you off guard every time, because some songs are English, but they're still sung by Asian artists. But some songs are sung in English, some songs are sung in, you know, their language. And like I said, I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to get the language wrong by saying the wrong thing. But yeah, like "Money, That's What I Want." You know, all these different songs. You hear the beat, you know the song, and then it's not in English. So, and that's kind of cute to kind of hear too. Uh, hear a song where you know the lyrics in a different language. So, I really enjoyed this movie. I can't wait for part two to come out. I went ahead on Amazon and I didn't purchase the books, but I did look at the synopsis of the book. So, because I was like, because there's three books, is it going to be continued and have it like a cliffhanger to get to the next book? Because I thought it was going to have like a sad ending, and then so when things happen like a regular romantic comedy, I went on ahead and read the synopsis. So now I understand what the next story will be about. But the third book synopsis doesn't sound like it's about Rachel. So I don't know if she's even in that book. But I will look forward to seeing it. Aquafina is in it. And just like in the trailer, she has a few lines where people can honestly say she's, I guess, acting ghetto. But as a black person who grew up in the hood, I personally know we don't own it. It should not be something that is tagged to our community, just like rednecks or whatever you want to call different people in different areas. People are people, and every year for my birthday, I get a manicure pedicure every month, but every month for my birthday I do something a little bit extra. I get manicure, pedicure, massage. So I went about 2 years ago to get my manicure, pedicure, massage. I always go to a different place because I'm never really happy with the massage I get. And I went there, and it was like three ladies that worked on me, like because they were doing my manicure and pedicure at the same time. So one lady was working on my nails, while the other lady was working on the pedicure. And then there was just this one Korean lady who was so ghetto. And I said, please don't let me get her. Please don't let me get her. And, I mean, she could have been in my family, the ghetto side, not the bougie side. And I was like, she looks so unprofessional and she's just so, like, hood. No, not her. And so the lady who did my nails, I actually wanted her to do the massage. And she came in and she did my massage and she started my massage and I tipped her and she said she had to go get her kids from school, that someone else was going to come in and finish the massage because I had got a hot stone massage. Who comes in to the room and like, oh, it's her. And then from the time before she even touched me, you weren't happy? You weren't happy? Now, I know what that means. It means you weren't happy? I know what it means. And I was like, no, because it's my birthday. I just want a massage. I just want a massage. I'm in a relationship. I just want a massage. And so she's like, ugh. And then she started like working on me. Like she took these stones and was like, and I used to own a massage business, so I know that's not how you do a hot stone massage. And it hurt. So I told her to stop. I said, no, forget the hot stone massage. Just use your hands. And then you know what she said? You unhappy? You unhappy? No, I just want a massage. So finally, like, maybe I got a 10-minute massage. And then she was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I paid for a massage that was, I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes. She's like, no, your massage is 45 minutes. I said, I know what the brochure said. It's an hour and 15 minutes for the massage. She's like, ugh. But I said, no, you know what? I don't even want it. I don't even want the massage. You know what? 45 minutes, I'm good. And she just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And I got my clothes, left, and I put on my clothes. I left, and I was like, I'm never coming back. Because even when I was getting my manicure, pedicure, I got the works. It's my birthday. I got the works. And so they used a paraffin wax. And I was like, aren't you supposed to do that first? She's like, oh, no, no. I'm like, no, I actually get my nails done all the time. You you put the paraffin wax on first. You don't put it on second because, you know, here it is. Because I don't get my nails painted. I might put clear on to keep the nails hardened. And I'm like, you're putting a clear polish on the nails, and then you just put paraffin wax on my hands. Like, isn't that gonna take the polish off? So she's like, oh, my bad. Oh, just relax. So first off, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. From the manicure, even though the lady was super nice, that's why I wanted her to do the massage. And she started the massage, so she actually knew what she was doing. And she didn't ask me if I wanted happy, but I kind of got the feeling that if I had said it, it would have happened. So, but I honestly went just to relax, because now when I go to for my birthday, manicure, pedicure, massage, but I also go to the spa. So I sit in the tea baths and in the salt rooms and things like that, and just relax for the day. It's something that I recommend for everyone. I know I'm like way off topic, but I'm saying all that to get around Aquafina, that Koreans can be ghetto. You know what I'm saying? That means Asian people can be ghetto. It's all about your environment, where you grow up, who you're around. You pick up behaviors, okay? So yeah, it's not about, and let me be clear, when it comes to Aquafina, her character only had maybe 2 scenes where I felt like she was being hood, but for the most part, she was outrageous, you know, that outspoken friend, but I couldn't say she was being hood the whole time in the movie. There were just 2 scenes where I was like, oh, clearly, you know, in another movie that would have been like Tiffany Haddish in that role. So I just gotta say that in real life I have experienced, you know, Asians are just people with different types of personalities. To say that an Asian can't be ghetto is just stereotyping them and saying they're only like computer experts or martial artists, or no, people are people. That is like the saying that I say all the time. People are people. And people are going to be different types of people. In my family, we've got bougie, which means stuck up. We've got ghetto, which means hood. You know, we've got people that are nerds. You know, we've got people that are extremely, like, just book smart about everything. Because there's a difference between being nerd and being book smart. Then there's people that are smart, but they're street smart. You know, so it's like, there's no such thing as one type of, a race being one type of thing. So, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the different types of people in the movie. I love seeing the culture. I love seeing the food. I love seeing the architecture. You know, I felt like I took a trip to Singapore. So I highly recommend the movie. I talked about the controversy, so I won't do an Aquafina video separately to talk about it, because, yeah, I just went there. And I highly recommend the movie. Go see it. It's a fun movie. Go see Crazy Rich Asians. I did. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Thank you for watching. Support diversity.